in Citizens United.
Because I have mixed feelings on the Citizens
money
United.
in politics.
But so many Democrats will say that, but then they themselves also take dark money and.
Farrah's, Alyssa's right. You know, of course, Sunny hates when Alyssa, you know, steps to her, but she is right. Democrats say that about Citizens United, but they take dark money too.
His farewell address to the nation, where he spoke about the half-century of service he's leaving behind and gave warning to Americans about the future. Take a look.
Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme.
Bye, boy. You know you happy. Like, listen, let me tell you something, okay? I watched that inauguration today. Biden was not that upset. They have to keep the content flowing. I get it, okay? But believe me, I think that Biden had more of a chip on his shoulder for Kamala than he does Trump. And I have no problem with that. Like, I have absolutely no problem with that. But fine, we'll go with it. We'll give the girls a little something to talk about, you know?
Extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy. The powerful forces want to wield their unchecked influence to eliminate the steps we've taken to tackle the climate crisis, to serve their own interest for power and profit. Americans are being buried under an avalanche of misinformation.
To tackle the climate crisis. Yeah, right. Yeah. We've tackled whatever so-called climate crisis. From what I hear, there's supposed to be like 8 inches of snow in Louisiana this week. Like, what is going on, bro? Stop it. Okay, not that I get into this climate crisis, but like, dude, yo, the content is crazy.
And disinformation, enabling the abuse of power. The free press is crumbling. Editors are disappearing. Social media is giving up on fact-checking. I still believe in the idea for which this nation stands. A nation where the strength of our institutions and the character of our people matter and must endure. Now it's your turn to stand guard.
So I miss him already. I miss him.
There's nothing to clap for. Okay, guys, so we're going to watch The View do what they do as usual. Sunny will attack the audience at some point today. I bet you just bet, you know what I mean? Like, we could bet on it. But anyway, coming back to the point, okay, we don't need to clap. People, I figured out in the last 15 months that people like to hear a good thing and don't care if there's anything to back that up. Okay, they just like the way virtue signaling. I miss him already. Why? He just gaslit the whole crowd. Why? You guys don't care about your viewers. You don't. You know? So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and we'll watch the rest of the clip. Go ahead. Please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos.
He's a good person. You know, he spent the last 50 years caring about the country. This other one spent 50 years scamming everybody, you know, and trying to stay out of jail. You know who I'm talking about. You know, I really miss Biden.
Yeah, the audience didn't clap. They, you know, it didn't land, Joy. It didn't land. Not only did it not land, the last 50 years scamming the country, but that was your friend. If this is so true, you didn't care back then.
I feel like we were safe. Like, I didn't have to worry. Was everything going to blow up? Well, I could live my life while he was there. Now, every day I wake up and I worry, what is this guy going to do next? Yeah. And these oligarchs, can I just say one more thing and then I'll shut up?
No. You don't have to shut up.
They need to start shelling their money out. These guys, Bezos and what's his name? Musk. Trump. They give it to Trump. Yeah. Do they think that they're going to live forever, these people? You know, everybody dies. I hate to break it to them, but you are not going to live forever. According to the World Food Program, we could end world hunger by 2030 with $40 billion. That's all it would take. And Elon Musk, his net worth grew by $170 billion in the month after the election.
Oh, just wait.
Yeah. Just keeps making more and more money and nothing.
That's not how it works, you creep. Okay? That's just simply not how it works. Please do not make me defend Elon Musk, okay? Because I don't trust his words. But, you know, I love these people. They never bring up Peter Thiel. Okay.
Is done with that money to help people. It's just to increase their power.
What's really kind of sad, somebody said to me yesterday, why do you think they haven't given anything to California? I mean, there are all these people are, you know, going out of their way to do stuff. And I was looking to see if And I didn't see anything. That maybe I'm wrong.
Zuckerberg-
You are wrong. You're wrong. I don't know about money, and they don't always have to say, but golly, like now I gotta defend, because I think Elon did like send out some satellites and stuff, but not just satellites. Like I think he's done some stuff over there in California. Even I would not have went there. Like you see what I'm saying? Like I gotta always defend somebody who does not need my defense, because to be honest, on Twitter, Elon is tripping. He took away, check marks of certain people that he just simply didn't like what they were saying when it came to the H-1B1 visas and stuff like that. And I don't like that. That still is a censorship. He banned the grapers. Like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. So, but now I'm stuck here defending Elon Musk because you're making points that don't matter. If you want to come for him, this is what I always say about these shows. There's actual reasons if you really want to come for these people, but they're not allowed to do it. That's how you know it's fake. She has to look down at the card to say something about the world the world hunger and all of that.
Zuckerberg gave $2 million to wildfires. He's worth $200 billion. He gave $2 million. That's like $5
And Elon Musk
to me.
did donate Starlink, so people who were left offline were able to access internet and get communications. And Jeff Bezos, I will argue, for his flaws, is incredibly charitable. He and his wife have a ton of foundations. They deal with hunger and those things. But this is an important issue that Biden raises. Kara Swisher's been brilliant on this, sort of the rise of the corporate tech oligarchs. That we're starting to live in a time where the powerful and wealthy are getting more powerful and wealthy, and the rest of us are kind of just sitting back like, okay, how is this going to work? The thing I'd say is this: a lot of populist Republicans, and what kind of drew them to Trump was actually this feeling that Silicon Valley and these ultra wealthy people had way too much power. And it's where some of the Bernie bros started to kind of align with the Trumps. Now, we may disagree on the solutions, but it is not a fact that like Silicon Valley has actually backed Democrats more in the past. 60% of its contributions since 1990 were for Democrats. According to Open Secrets, companies like Microsoft, Google, Apple, Meta, Amazon leaned heavily blue. Now, the answer is not to point fingers at are they more for Democrats or are they more for Republicans, but how are there limits to the power that single individuals or single companies can have?
Those
and
days
those are
are
conversations
done.
we
And the
don't
most
seem like we
dangerous
have.
part, when you think of an oligarchy, you think of all the billions of dollars surrounding Donald Trump right now, and he's kind of like the gatekeeper of the country. All the power is with him. The scary part is these people aren't billionaires because they like created like the zipper. Like they hold our attention for hours a day on addictive devices where we cannot get.
Okay, this girl is not talking about anything, okay? Because on my channel, we talk about the inconvenient truth, all right? She's talking about social media oligarchs and stuff. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not here one against social media. Clearly, I'm not. I'm on YouTube making this video, and I do appreciate the opportunity to be able to do that. Furthermore, I'm not one who doesn't like progression. I do believe in a fifth industrial revolution. I do. I think that technology is a great thing. I think it's absolutely a great thing. I just think that people do bad things with great technology. I'm not one who's against mRNA, right? But I'm against what's done with it. Okay, so I've always been like that. Like I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, if it's new, I'm scared of it. No. What these people will not say is Palantir. Okay, Peter Thiel, Palantir. You go ahead, and I'm not going to get all the way into it. And let me just not say too much before I trigger something. Y'all look that up. Okay, and so we're just going to go ahead and go to the Wicked Witch of the segment.
Of the things, in response to what you're saying, Alyssa, that usually it was the left that these Silicon Valley guys backed. The reason they're not backing it is because they back whoever is in power where they can make more money.
Yeah, I agree
And
with
so
that.
the truth is shrouded by profit and
I agree with that.
misinformation. And so that's what this issue is. And it's something that, I talk about all the time, and I feel like I'm just, speaking to myself. This started 15 years ago. This started when the Supreme Court in Citizens United said that corporations giving money to politicians was free speech. Yeah. This is where this started. Yeah. And so where it ends is reversing the Supreme Court's decision.
But I'm not even ready to go there. Okay? So this is where I'm not one of those like I hate the lobbyists kind of person, right? I think that you know what? I'd have to look at Citizens United. I do. But that's not where it started. We'll put it that way. That's not where it started at all. But I'm not against, I'd have to look into Citizens United. But I'm not fully against somebody lobbying to Congress. What I'm against is the corruption that comes with that lobbying. Because if you think about it, Citizens United is just, it's in your face bribery, and it should not be bribery. But there's blackmail behind the scenes that we haven't even touched yet. But I do think that a group of people should be able to get attention of elected officials for things though, and let them at least make a good decision of does this thing work or not. Maybe I think of, because I don't expect the elected official to think of everything medical, right? And so maybe I've thought of some new medical documentation or some way to do documentations that would actually help the American people. And I want to, lobby to get people to at least listen to it and have it go on the, on the floor. And maybe there's some money that gets involved with that. And it's not buying your yes, it's more buying your attention. I don't know. Bear with me, guys, and you tell me what you think. Let me know what you think. But anyway, I'm also totally against Sunny, so everything she says anyway. It's like, let me stop.
In Citizens United.
Because I have mixed feelings on the
Too much
Citizens
money in
United.
politics.
But so many Democrats will say that, but then they themselves also take dark money and big corporate money. Like, how do you change it if you don't practice what you preach?
Everyone should not take
The law should
money.
stand for everybody.
It should
Right, but in the law says that they can't do it. I guess my point is.
But the law, listen, you can go back and forth of who did what, who didn't what. There are so many reasons why this is happening. Parents, it is in your hands. This is in your hands. If you got kids who are lost to the internet, you got to go rescue them because the government's not going to do it for you. You have to stand up and say, I don't care if you don't like it. Or do what my mother used to do. Oh, if 15 people jump off the roof, you going to go with it? I mean, but you have to.
Sunny mad about something. I mean, she's right though. Look, I'll give this much to Whoopi. Whoopi is right because there was also this thing about we're gonna ban TikTok because it's bad for the kids, and I'm like, so and conservatives are like all of a sudden okay with this, and all I'm thinking is, so what is this? China? Like what's going on? All right, this is America. Like, control your kids. Other people can't have their TikTok. So I get what she's saying. But all around, Alyssa's right. Of course, Sunny hates when Alyssa, steps to her, but she is right. Democrats say that about Citizens United, but they take dark money too. And there's a lot of dark money running through the country, running through our government. We haven't even scratched the surface of that. And so we have a long way to go before we get to even Citizens United. But at the same time, whatever, all of the hens, I'm sure today, this one, she was happy. I bet you she was at the inauguration. These broads, they big mad. I think she was there too. I think she voted for Trump. I don't care what nobody says. But this one was big mad. I can't wait for them to report on that and talk about everything they hate. And farewell, Joe Biden. We are in a new age now, the golden age of America. Guys, the work has just begun. Don't get docile. Be careful. Because, let me just say this too. A lot of people would think it's just Trump, so all right, we're good to go. No, he's surrounded by a lot of people. Don't get docile. But welcome to a new era. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.